Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the best way to get the brand new Invincible Equal Chance pack here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. How to get it quickly and easily in case you are trying to grind out these Invincible cards that came out today here in NBA 2K24. Before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 30,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, tons of consistent daily MyTEAM content. Still would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it, and let's start off. Let's take a look at these agendas. So Team USA, 3 agendas have come out today. You got 2 weeks to do them. Only have 1 week left on last week's agendas, just in case you're trying to do those, so just keep that in mind. And you got 6 agendas, 1 for each player that came out today to get the Equal Chance pack. I am honestly really disappointed that 2K did not update Patrick Ewing's animations, because this drop is actually really cool outside of the Patrick Ewing that is much worse than he probably should be, because there's a lot of good cards in this drop, believe it or not. Like, I think if you go through here and look at the cards that are added in today's drop: Grant Hill, Patrick Ewing, Gary Payton, Darren Williams, Steve Smith, Vin Baker. Gary Payton and Darren Williams, yes, they're small point guards, but they're really good small point guards. They changed Gary Payton's release. Grant Hill and Steve Smith are elite level 6'8" shooting guards, and Vin Baker is a really good 6'11" power forward as well. Patrick Ewing would be a dog if he had a changed release, but as is, he has the same animations as his Dark Matter, and he is super duper mid, which is a huge disappointment considering the rest of the drop's actually really good. So hopefully you don't get Patrick Ewing if you grind this out. It would be really nice if they would have made him better, because then if they had made him better, it would have just been the worst cards with the small PGs, and even them, they're not horrible. But instead, we get a drop where there is one card that is really bad. With that being said, 20 points in a game with the Pistons player 7 times. That's really easy. 7 triple threat offline games will knock that one out. 9 blocks with Knicks players over multiple games. Just use a Knicks center while you're doing the 20 points in triple threat offline. Add a Knicks center into your lineup, and you'll get those 9 blocks in those 7 triple threat games if you're trying to bait the blocks at all. 20 steals over multiple multiplayer games. That's kind of annoying. My recommendation for this one is to hop on the mic in like triple threat online or clutch time online and ask the person to just like roll the ball into you for steals. That's probably the easiest way to do it, just in terms of doing it super quickly. That being said, you could also just have a little bit of patience. 20 steals is not that bad. I think that is not going to take a super long amount of time, even if you are just playing the game normally. But it could be a little bit time consuming. I know that's probably going to be an annoying agenda, but at least it's not with specific players or anything like that. It's just 20 steals over multiple multiplayer games. So that one will add up over time. Make 11 3-pointers and shoot 68% from 3 or better with the Nets player in a game. This is really easy. Would recommend just doing one of the basketball fundamentals challenge, maybe the post scoring challenge. Use your best shooting Nets player with a release that you like. I'm sure there are many. Let's go through here. I'm just going to look real quickly at Nets players that I have just sitting on my in my lineup, or in my whatever you want to call it right now. I guess Dr. J. That would be an incredible one to use. Kenyon Martin's not bad. Jason Kidd's not bad. Richard Jefferson's release is kind of slow, but you could probably work that one out. Mikal Bridges, you could probably do it with. There's always also, I'm sure, a bunch of other cards that you could do this one with. Even pick and pop with Nick Claxton would probably work. Like, for me, if I'm doing this agenda, definitely using Dr. J, but I'm sure on a low difficulty especially, not going to be too hard to complete that agenda. 11 threes is going to be relatively easy, and I think doing it on 68% really won't be too hard either, in all likelihood. So that's going to take a little bit of time, probably about 15 minutes. That's about a 15-minute grind, I would say. The 7 triple threat offline games to complete these 2 agendas are probably going to take you about 30, which means then this is probably another 30 to 45. You're at maybe an hour and a half so far of grinding. 41 points with Hawks players on multiple multiplayer games. Just use Hawks players in like triple threat online or clutch time online or whatever mode you're playing to get these steals as well. And that will get done at the same time, so that won't add any time to your grind. So you're still at about an hour and a half to 2 hours maybe max. And then you got 18 rebounds with Clippers players over multiple games. They messed up again. Says Danny Manning. I guess we're getting a Danny Manning card next week. They keep messing up, because this is supposed to be a Vin Baker agenda, and it's a Danny Manning agenda, because Danny Manning played for the Clippers. Vin Baker was a buck. He might have played for other teams as well, but he's mainly, in my mind, a buck. And they dropped it says Manning career. I guess we're getting a Danny Manning card next week in Invincibles. 2K has been messing up recently with these leaks. It's pretty funny. They posted the wrong picture on the season playbook on Friday, and then they do that today and drop basically a hint that Danny Manning's going to be getting a card next week. That's funny, but I wonder if they'll change this challenge to something that actually is Vin Baker specific. If not, just use Clippers players in triple threat offline while you do the Grant Hill Rookie of the Year challenge. and you'll get the 18 rebounds easily over 7 triple threat offline games. Don't think that should be particularly hard either. As a whole, I could realistically see this grind taking a maximum of like 2 hours. Realistically, could be done in an hour and a half. Would not surprise me. This looks like a pretty easy grind, all things considered, which is a good thing. It's a W that it's easy. It's not a W that it's still an equal chance pack, not an option pack, and it's not a W that they did not make Patrick Ewing good at all. So there is legitimately one card in here who is just really bad, and then you still have 2 short point guards, so you're really looking at more of a 50% chance to get somebody you actually probably want between Grant Hill, Steve Smith, and Vin Baker. With that being said, Gary Payton is going to rival Dwayne Wade as the best short point guard in the game, and Darren Williams is not far behind. Both of those cards look elite. So as a whole, I don't hate this drop. I really don't. I think it's actually pretty decent content, all things considered. My problem is there are so many people right now playing other games. I mean, college football just came out, and I and many other people are playing that game. By the way, just quick side note, I apologize for any of y'all who watch my channel exclusively for my team content for the amount of college football content that I'll be doing as well. I just want to branch out, do some different things. And I know a lot of people are really excited about college football right now, so I'm trying to play that game myself and enjoy it. So just if you're here for the My Team content, just feel free to not watch the NCAA videos. With that being said, I would really appreciate it if you do, if you're interested in the game at all, because I'm trying to grow some momentum over there on that as well. Definitely enjoying the heck out of that game so far. So I'm not going to forget about my team though. Don't worry. I'm not dropping my team content wise or anything like that. I'm still out here grinding content. May get y'all a couple gameplays on my team here later today as well. And hopefully this video is helpful for a lot of people. This is, I think, if of any of the weeks so far that have come out for these Team USA Invincible cards, this is definitely the most worth grinding of any of the weeks so far, because everybody except for Ewing is good, and 3 guys, I mean, Steve Smith is legitimately like a top 3 or so shooting guard in the game, period. When it comes to even probably among the non-gambling guys, he is in that top tier. He's going to be really, really good, but as a whole, I do think this is a good drop. If you're ever going to grind one of these Invincible equal chance packs, this would probably be the one to grind. Now, if I say that and then I encourage you to grind it and you beat Patrick Ewing, I'm sorry. I really wish they would have changed his jumper. I'm very surprised they didn't, considering that they changed Alonzo Mourning's jumper last week and made him an absolute dog where he otherwise would not have been that good. But at least there's some actual depth to this drop this week, and even the short point guards are good and pretty fun. So with that being said, that is where we're going to call the video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.